and talk about the Tennessee Titans. Because just 2 months ago, guys, I had the Tennessee Titans as a bad team. Matter of fact, I had this team pinned as a 2-win team. New coaching staff, uncertainty at quarterback, and a brutal schedule. Since then, what has happened? One thing and one thing only has changed my outlook on the Tennessee Titans, and that is the one and only Cam Ward. Guys, I expected a full-blown quarterback battle in training camp between Cam Ward and Will Levis. That kind of indecision usually stunts the growth development of a rookie quarterback. But with Will Levis undergoing the shoulder surgery last week, the door has swung wide open and Cam Ward has walked right through it. Matter of fact, he kicked in the door, taking the keys of the kingdom, becoming the leader and the poise and commanding the huddle that we all know that he could have done. It is no longer just about the potential. He has taken control and is all about what can Cam Ward do for us now. Now that does mean that does that mean that the Titans are playoff bound? No. Let's not go crazy. Let's not get it twisted. But this does rise their ceiling. Does this make them a little bit better? And I think they can finish anywhere between 2 and 7 wins in 2025, depending on how things break down. But like I said previously, I had them as a 2-win team. So let's go through the schedule week by week. Let's finally put some wins to their name and see where the Tennessee Titans will pan out. So guys, in the comments down below, let me know what you guys think the Titans' final record will be in the 2025 NFL season. But week number 1, they do travel on the road to Denver, Colorado to take on the Denver Broncos. This is a tough way to open up a season. Mile High is a tough place to play. Cam Ward is a rookie, and the Denver Broncos had a top 3, top 5 defense last season. It should carry over into 2025. And that defense under Sean Payton is just elite. The Broncos are back on track and should handle business. The Titans start 0-1 to start the season. And then week number 2, they're at home. Home opener for Cam Ward. All the buzz is around them, but they arguably welcome one of the best teams in the NFL into Nashville, Tennessee, and that is the LA Rams. Guys, Tennessee at home, but the Rams are just too loaded on offense with Stafford and Devontae Adams. The Titans fall down to 0-2. And week number 3 versus the Indianapolis Colts. They're at home, second home game, week 3, starting off 0-2. All the kind of buzz and hype around Cam Ward has kind of died off. And here's where Cam Ward gives you that spark. At home, divisional rival, and the Colts have holes in the secondary. The Titans grab their first win of the season, beating the Indianapolis Colts and moving them to 1-2 on the season. And then week number 4, they head down to Houston to take on the Texans. Guys, this is a loss. CJ Stroud and the Texans are rolling at this point. Not the matchup you want if you're still developing your offense. Moving into 1-3. Week 5, they travel to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Yet again, another loss for the Tennessee Titans. Guys, Arizona is sneaky good this season. Kyler Murray is back fully healthy, and Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to probably be a top 10 receiver in the NFL. And the Titans do not have enough firepower to keep up with the Arizona Cardinals at Arizona, moving them to 1-4 on the season. Tough road, but things get a little bit better toward the end of the season. Just not week 6 because they travel to Vegas to take on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hear it again. Yet another loss. Vegas is playing physical, hard-nosed football. Another road game, another loss, and the Titans drop to 1-5 on the season. Now, week number 7. Back at home, taking on the New England Patriots. They finally get a win. They finally is going to start to string in some good games together. And back at home against the Patriots team that is still trying to figure out their quarterback situation. Yes, we know Drake May is the man, the myth, the legend in New England. But let's just be honest, he's still trying to figure things out just a little bit. Cam Ward steps up and grabs the win number 2 of the season, with them to 2-5 on the year. And then week 8, they travel to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And the Indianapolis, guys, they are tough out at home. The Colts get the revenge from the week 3 loss. The Titans can't sweep the series, especially on the road, moving them to 2-6, heading into the bye week very, very soon. Not bye week, bye week's 10. Week number 9, they're at home taking on the LA Chargers. This is a win. Now, this is a bold one here. Guys, I think the Titans steal one here. Why? Because this is a classic trap game for the Chargers. Long travel, unfamiliar opponent, and Cam Ward lights it up, moving them to 3-6 on the season, heading into the bye week. A perfect time for a breather. Coaching staff makes some adjustments. Cam Ward resets mentally, and they might add some wide receiver help. Keep that in mind, wide receiver help. Moving them into week number 11. Week number 11, coming out of the bye week, they do play the Houston Texans at home. CJ Stroud outduels Cam Ward yet again. Guys, the Texans are just further along in the rebuild, and the Titans drop to 3-7 on the year. Week number 12, this is when things start to get interesting. They're back at home, take on the Seattle Seahawks. I think they get a win here. A big surprise win, guys. The Seahawks rolling as favorites, but the Titans defense shows up big, and Cam Ward delivers a signature moment, moving them to 4-7 on the year. And then they carry that momentum into week 13 versus the Jacksonville Jaguars at home, the third home game in a row. And yet another upset. The Titans bring in the physicality and punch the Jacksonville Jaguars in the mouth. That's 3 home wins in 4 weeks. Guys, they are building something, and they're starting to get hot at the right time, moving into 5-7 on the year. But week 14, they travel to Cleveland to take on the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland's defense is a nightmare matchup. Myles Garrett wrecks the pocket, and Cam Ward struggles. The Titans fall to 5-8. Still in playoff competition, but they're in 5-8. Week 15, they're back on the road yet again, taking on one of the greats of the NFC West, and that is the San Francisco 49ers. This is a loss. There is no sugarcoating this one. Long trip west, elite defense, loaded roster. Titans get overwhelmed, moving them to 5-9 on the season. But listen here, guys, they're still in playoff competition because the AFC South sucks. All they need to do is win 2 of their last 3. They play the Chiefs, Saints, and Jaguars. There's a very possibility that they can sneak into the playoffs. Week 16, they're at home. Take on the Kansas City Chiefs. This is still Kansas City. This is still Patrick Mahomes. This is still Andy Reid. In December, they lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes is likely pushing a playoff seeding at this particular point, and the Titans just don't have the firepower to keep up. Moving into 5-10, more or less dropping them out of playoff competition at this particular point, but still a chance. Week 17, they're at home, take on the New Orleans Saints. It is a win. Here's a greedy late season win, guys. The Titans control the clock, make some timely stops, and Ward continues to develop, moving them to 6-10 on the year. But then, this is where the wheels fall off. Week 18, they travel to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. It is a loss. Jacksonville Jaguars is needing this one. This is a playoff game for the Jacksonville Jaguars and playoff positioning, and they got the revenge from week 13. The Titans wrap up the season 6-11. So, guys, I do think that the Tennessee Titans will go 6-11 in 2025. That's 4 more wins than I had them just 2 months ago, and that's all because of Cam Ward. He's been the difference. The floor is still low. They could still easily hammer out 2 wins if things spiral, but the ceiling, which now I think is about 7 wins. This is very much in reach. Catch one more divisional game or a surprise contender like the Kansas City Chiefs, they're knocking on that ceiling. But make no mistake, this is still a rebuild. Let me repeat that for the people in the back. This is still a rebuild. The good news is it's finally like they're moving in the right direction. So guys, in the comments below, do you believe Cam Ward is the future in Tennessee? Or is this a short-term flash and a long-term rebuild? Guys, subscribe, hit the like button. Remember, we're live Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. East Coast time, right here at youtube.com/manhour. This is a live interactive show, so comment down below. Let's get into the comments and discuss your thoughts. So, guys, what do you think? Are the Tennessee Titans better than advertised? Are they better than what we think they're going to be? Are they, let me close this real quick. Are they going to be a 2-5-6 win team? Where do you have them? Where do you have them? Alpha Rob says they're 4-13. They have nothing good. Nothing good at all. Tylen Brooks, or Burks, right? He's been released. He broke his collarbone last Tuesday. He's been released, or he's been waived. Nobody wanted him, so he's still on the roster until he's healthy, and then the Titans can officially release him. Calvin Ridley is injured, right? Who is their running back still? Tony Pollard? I haven't heard from him in 3 years. Ever since his Dallas Cowboys days, where has Tony Pollard been, right? Alpha Rob, you are right to an extent. They have nothing good happening. However, they do have some stuff happening. Cam Ward has the potential to remind me of CJ Stroud his rookie year. Calvin Ridley has an opportunity to be like Scary Terry and have his best year of his career with a rookie quarterback. There's still a lot of holes. defense needs a lot of work. The running game, to be determined. The wide receiver core got a lot of holes to fill. Amari Cooper seems to be a great fit, but they're not calling him. Bring Amari Cooper into town. Do something at this particular point. But they're just like, nope, we don't love it. We hate it. Get us out of town at the end of the day. But hey, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's go ahead and move on to the next team.